Drama this soon is a little bit crazy.
It is unlike anything we have ever seen on this show before.
Chris Harrison shares new Bachelorette details. Kelley and Peter are taking a major step in their relationship, plus an update on Hannah Brown and Tyler Cameron. Hey guys, welcome back to another Shared News from Home. We have some major Bachelor Nation updates for you all, but before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, and I'm joined by the wonderful Avery Grooms.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, Avery, let's just dive right in because our man, Chris Harrison, just did an interview about the upcoming season of The Bachelorette. And in true Chris fashion, he promised us, quote, a roller coaster ride unlike any other. A recent promo showed Chris telling Claire that she had blown up the show, and Chris just told ET's Lauren Zima that the description of the situation couldn't have been more valid. He said, quote, Claire took us on a journey the likes of which we have never seen. Fans have, of course, been speculating as to what caused Chris to say she blew up the show and what that conversation looked like. And Chris revealed it was very emotional. He explained, Claire is always one that wears her heart on her sleeve. She is always emotional. She's not a bachelorette where I had to think, where is she right now emotionally? Where does she stand right now? Claire is ready to express herself. He also talked about Claire's headspace on her journey for love, what she was looking for, and Chris explained she came into this unbelievably sincere and serious about finding love, finding a man, and it really wasn't about the pomp and circumstance for her. He continued saying it wasn't all about the pageantry, it was about coming in and finding somebody, and I really respect the fact that this woman knows exactly what she wants and is not afraid to get it. We, of course, all love Chris for his dramatic promises and the way he hypes up the show. He also talked about how filming in that quarantine bubble they had to be in intensified the situation and left us with this promise.
Bachelor Nation, the world is not ready for what happened inside the bubble. It is unlike anything we have ever seen on this show before. I truly think we have outdone ourselves this time.
He finished saying, I think it definitely goes up on the Mount Rushmore of wild seasons of Bachelor and Bachelorette. So Avery, I'm dying to know your thoughts. We've got to break down all of the dramatics he just spewed. Of course, we know this season is going to be dramatic, and we kind of already feel like we might know kind of the end of Claire's journey because of the Claire and Dale rumors. What are your thoughts? Knowing what we potentially know about Claire and Dale ending up together and everything Chris just said about how, you know, she blew up the show and all that jazz. What are you thinking?
Just the whole she blew up the show, like, what does that mean? I just want to know. And like he said, she's so sincere and knows directly like what she wants and gets in there and goes after it. And that's what we have to like think it is the outcome being Dale, you know. But all this in between and like what happened inside the bubble, like I didn't even think about how them just being in one location will intensify the whole experience. So it sounds really different, really crazy, and we finally can say it's just right around the corner, October 13th. I don't think I've been this excited for a Bachelorette season yet.
Oh my God, me either. I am like counting down the seconds. It's gonna be here so soon, you guys. Obviously, we know, even though they haven't really confirmed, that Tayshia is coming in. So I wonder if part of what Chris means by the whole blowing up the show is like Claire being so sure, finding love so quickly, you know, that like 12 days or whatever crazy number is being reported, kind of blew up like the format of the show. But ultimately, if that's what he means, like, don't we all really just kind of win because we get to see Tayshia find love too? Like,
exactly.
I'm so excited for all of it. I know you're excited about Tayshia, but how do you think, do you have any predictions as to like Claire's journey versus Tayshia's journey? Is it all going to be different? Do you think Tayshia follows like a more traditional Bachelorette path? What do you think?
I feel like Claire's like the part one and maybe she's the happy ending, and then Tayshia could be the total opposite. Maybe she didn't find love. Maybe she did, but maybe there's two different dynamics of the whole entire show. So it's like 2 seasons in one. I don't know, but I'm just looking so forward to it.
Okay, and Avery, before we move on from The Bachelorette, I have to know your thoughts because obviously Lauren Zima and Chris have a personal relationship. So if anyone was going to get him to confirm the Tayshia of it all, you would think it would be her. But even when she pressed him, he was unwilling to say, yes, Tayshia comes in for the second half of the season or give any specific details. Do you think there's some sort of specific reason other than them just clinging on to that dramatic trailer moment or that dramatic reveal in the season as to why he won't confirm? What are your thoughts on his mysteriousness about it all?
No, I don't think Chris is going to ever say, yes, Tayshia is also the Bachelorette, because his entire job has been hyping up the show, keeping it dramatic, and he's going to egg it on until it actually happens and we see it for ourselves.
Totally agree. Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah. Okay, moving on from The Bachelorette, we have an update on one of Bachelor Nation's most talked about couples, Kelley and Peter. As fans have seen all over social media, they're happy and in love and going strong. A source told Us Weekly that they are getting ready to take a big step in their relationship. The source shared, quote, Kelley and Peter are planning to move to New York in January for Peter's job. In the meantime, they're looking to get a house in Chicago as an investment. The source added they plan on staying in New York for a year before coming back to Chicago. The couple previously spoke about their future, telling Chris Harrison in June during an episode of The Bachelor: The Greatest Seasons that they were really excited to see what's to come next. Peter shared, quote, when this pandemic finally ends, we both have dreams. We love to live in New York City for a little bit and get that experience. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's in our future. It's been great. Well, that is great to see that they're going strong. I mean, I don't know about you, Fiona. I just think it's like the whole pandemic funk. I can't even make plans for tomorrow, let alone the future. So the fact that they have all these solid plans, Peter has a new job, they're investing in Chicago and planning to move in New York, they seem very solid. What do you think?
I honestly feel like Kelley and Peter are really going to make it. After all of the craziness of Peter's journey, I mean, that was one of the messiest, wildest, up and down seasons I've ever seen of anything, like reality TV wise. It was crazy. Yeah. So to see them, find their way back to each other in the first place, then make it, then start to plan this like very serious future. And now, according to this source, like be following through on those steps. Like they are clearly not in the same, I love how you said pandemic funk as the rest of us. Like I am so impressed with their willpower, their organization, and also just like the fact that they are so happy and compatible, and Peter like trusted his gut on that once he was able to step away from the show. I'm so happy for them. I think they're going to be one of Bachelor Nation's perhaps strangest journeys, but happily ever afters. One of the successful relationships. What about you?
Definitely looks like they're here to stay. Oh yeah, for sure. They're here to stay. They have plans, so that's as hopeful as it gets. Like, congrats and props to them.
Seriously. Okay, let's move on because we did get some huge news from the show's producers. Usually when we talk about producers, we talk about them behind the scenes, pulling the strings, making the drama happen. But this is actually a really exciting update. It is, of course, no secret that contestants are faced with cruel online hate just from being on the show. The series has taken some steps in the past to educate and prevent hate, but many fans and former contestants have called for more action. I don't remember exactly when it was, you guys, but Rachel Lindsay did that really well done sort of like PSA statement, but the hate didn't stop. So this is their answer to that sort of next step. Ahead of the upcoming season of The Bachelorette, producers announced they're going to be taking measures to shut down racism, bullying, and hate in all of its forms on the show's social media. In an Instagram post shared on Monday on the official Bachelor Nation account, they announced new online community guidelines, including deleting fan comments that, quote, are abusive towards our cast members and reserve the right to block users who display this behavior. They continued saying, we aim to show love in all of its forms and invite you along for the ride. We encourage you to have fun and share the love in our comments of our posts and the posts of our cast members. Spread the support and positivity and ask yourself before commenting, are you here for the right reasons? I love the way they closed that out. I think that that is such a lighthearted way to sort of make a very serious point, to take a very serious effort. And I think this is an incredible step. What are your thoughts on them finally like getting involved and sort of patrolling to the best of their ability the hate that's fostered online?
I mean, it's sad that it has to come to this, but you know, the internet is such a crazy place, and now more than ever has been filled with so much negativity and like abusive comments. So if people can go in there and just get rid of those to make everyone happy and the whole experience more enjoyable, then go for it. That is what needs to happen, you know?
Totally. I did see McKenna, we were just talking about Peter's season. I did see McKenna from that season go on her Insta stories and say something along the lines of she wishes that this would have been in place during her season, but she's so happy for future contestants. And that really struck me because like, even if people are still going to go out of their way to leave nasty comments somewhere, right? That shutting it down on these pages doesn't mean it's going to go away forever. Being able to decrease the volume of unnecessary negativity out there is a positive step in the right direction. So like you said, it's so sad that this is even a conversation, but I like to see them using their powers for good and getting involved where they can.
Yes. Definitely, like you said, steps in the right direction. Okay, last but not least, we have some updates on Hannah Brown and Tyler Cameron. Bachelor Nation's favorite besties were spotted together in LA. On Monday, they went to dinner with Tyler's friend, Brown Bear. Photos from the outing were shared by multiple fan accounts, causing many to wonder why they were out together and what is going on between them. They were last spotted together while quarantined in Florida in March. A source explained to Us Weekly, quote, Hannah lives in California full-time now. Tyler has been traveling a lot and working on his YouTube channel and other projects. He was in New Mexico first and now he's in LA, so he met up with Hannah while in town. The source added, they're really good friends and are always in touch, so it just seemed like the natural thing to do. They hadn't seen each other face-to-face in a while, so it was nice to catch up and kick back. You know, I think it's okay for exes to be friends and hang out if they can. I think Charli D'Amelio just said this, but she was like, let's normalize exes being friends, and I totally agree. So good for them for catching up. What do you think, Fiona?
Oh, I totally agree. I think that Bachelor Nation loves to ship them. It is no secret that people think they have great chemistry and will always be sort of rooting for them to get back together. But I think they are such a good example of exes being friends, having a genuine, like, multi-level relationship, and I love that they're taking the time to see each other. If one day everyone's dreams come true and they get back together, great. In the meantime, if they're in the same city and, you know, of course, in these crazy pandemic times, they find a way to be safe and catch up with each other, I think that's absolutely great. Couldn't be more here for it. Very happy for them. And I'm not surprised that fans are back on the shipping train. It's just going to happen anytime they're spotted together, right?
Yeah. And Tyler and Hannah especially, they're just like some of the faces of Bachelor Nation. I just feel like they're still very heavily involved, always doing something. So they already have all this hype following them. So obviously people are going to get excited when they see them hanging out together again. But
totally.
Anyways, while in LA, Tyler also stopped by the Sway House and worked out with some of the TikTok's biggest stars. Blake shared a photo captioned, "Solid workout this morning." And Tyler also shared a series of photos from their time together. Fans think Tyler may have met up with them to film something for his new YouTube channel. This is a collab I can totally get behind. I love the Sway House, as embarrassing as that might be. And I love Tyler. And I feel like they're like, if Tyler was just a couple years younger, he would totally be in Sway House. So this makes a lot of sense to me.
I think that's such a hilarious thing. The first thing I thought when I saw these photos was like, oh, that's Tyler. Like he fits right in, like with the messy hair he had going on and the love like of working out that they clearly all share. I do think it's a hilarious combination. I think it could have happened one of two ways. I feel like it's equal parts possible that he slid into their DMs or they slid into his DMs. I just think they're a hilarious little pairing. I have a very strong feeling, though, that the fans are onto something and they must have filmed some sort of workout video or some content of some kind together. I mean, right? What do you think?
Oh, for sure. That's the whole point, right? Like get together, film content. But I love to see like two worlds collide, someone from Bachelor Nation and the TikTok boys. And I'm looking forward to see what kind of content this is.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And we know Tyler, I mean, hello, quarantine crew. I wouldn't be shocked if he was a huge fan of like the Sway guys and their whole deal himself, because I think Tyler Cameron has proven time and time again, he loves a good TikTok moment.
Oh yes.
All right, you guys. Well, on that wonderful note, as we all wait and look forward to what this video could possibly be in the future, that is everything we have to share with you all for now. We, of course, want to know your thoughts on everything going on in Bachelor Nation. So let us know down in the comments. We want to know your Bachelorette predictions, if you're still shipping Hannah and Tyler, all those good things. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell, because we will, of course, be back here next week with another Bachelor recap. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring. You can follow me on socials at Fiona Zaring. And Avery, where can they find you?
On socials at Avery Grooms.
Amazing. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.